Good morning, traders. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures. Happy Friday to everybody. We're here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, corn, soybeans, and wheat are holding up remarkably well, seeing the 180-degree turn in the weather here. We've had some beautiful days here in early May. Tomorrow here in Northern Illinois, it's going to be 80 degrees. So this is different than the coldest April we've had in 40 years. So we're lower here this morning, corn and soybeans. I'm thinking you buy these markets at lower prices. So we'll see about that. Corn market here, our first chart, you can see a nice move up here in corn. It's going to take buying and lots of it to hold these prices if the weather stays the way it is. And again, we're higher here on this cold month of April and the slow start to corn planting that we've had. Exports are key. Very good corn exports yesterday. Every week I read articles about China someday buying U.S. corn for their ethanol plants. So that's a good story. And certainly China, a big component of commodities right down the line here. And there's a lot of one-liners and articles coming out of the negotiations. Our Treasury Secretary is over in Shanghai as we speak. Negotiations going on. So again, keep in mind, China's been negotiating for centuries. So I'm hoping our president doesn't take them for granted or get complacent with this. We need China buying our corn, buying our U.S. soybeans if they'd like to. Okay, the soybean market. Here's our chart of soybeans. You can see in very good support. I think some of the reasons, there's 5 catalysts here for these grain markets to hold prices. And number 1 is lower production out of South America. Number 2 is the CRB index. It's very strong here. Crude oil looking very good. Number 3 is positive chart patterns that we're looking at this morning. Number 4, this Argentina drought. The soybean meal exports are going to shift to other exporters of the world. Hopefully that can be USA. And then number 5, lower corn and bean stocks going forward here. So it's going to be a fun summer, and you got a good catalyst here for the grain markets to stay in here and hold these gains. Okay, this wheat market here, you can see similar to corn, up into very good resistance. It's going to take buying and lots of it to hold these levels. Goldman Sachs out this week with an article on commodities, talking about commodities that they've never looked better. And granted, these grain markets, we've had 5 years of just very good weather and big yields, big production. And now Goldman Sachs is saying commodities, an asset class that can really outperform in 2018. Everybody have an excellent weekend.